Let's look at another edition of the pictorial drawing, which is the second type, oblique drawing. Now, when you talk about oblique drawing, how do you understand by oblique drawing? Oblique drawing is a type of pictorial drawing which it is drawn in the view at an right angle to the to one force. And when we talk about to one force means the preceding or the inclined angle. Now, when you pick the isometric, what we were doing, you see that the isometric has a form of this, the vertical section, and we have the inclined left inclined line or receding line. Then we have the right hand side. And it forms an angle of 30 degrees each. Now, when you pick the oblique drawing, you can see to it that the oblique drawing has a different format, which is the reference line, which is the horizontal plane. Then we have the vertical section, and we have the receding line or the inclined line. The inclined line can be at the left or it can be at the right, depending on the position where you want to place it. And this is the incline, and the other side you don't place the incline. The other side of it, the figure will sit exactly on the horizontal plane or the reference line that you draw. And this is how the oblique format is. And normally this angle, the angle here, it can be 30 degrees, it can be 45 degrees, it can be 60 degrees, depending on maybe if the examiner want to give you the angle of the receding line. But normally what we normally use for these angles are 45 degrees, but this angle can be changed to, these are the three angles that we use, and the other side is 90 degrees. Take note of that. It's not always that is 45, but when we are normally using, we normally prefer using the 45 degrees. Take note of it. And we have two types of it. We have the Cavalian drawing, and we have the cabinet oblique drawing. Now, when you look at the two, there are two different types of drawing. They use the same format. They use the same format by using one side 90 and one side 45 degrees. Now, when you look at the Cavalian, the left hand side of the where the 90 degrees is, you don't divide it. If here is, let's take it, we have this figure. Now here is 50, 70, and we have maybe the height is 40. Now when you look at the Cavalian, the left incline, the right incline, the height. Now if you want this side to sit on the horizontal plane, you draw it to the full. This place too, you draw it to the full. The height, you draw it to the full, based on the measurement given to you. But when you come to the cabinets, the figure that they have given to you, if it is the one that is sitting on the horizontal plane, you draw it to the full. The height, you draw it to the full. But the one sitting on the receding plane, you will divide it into two. For example, maybe if I want the 70 to sit on the receding plane or the inclined plane, here is 70, meaning I will not measure 70 here, I will divide into two, then I will measure 30 5 or 3.5, depending on the unit that I'm using. To take note, that is the difference between the cabinet and the Cavalian. Let's use this figure and see how you go about by producing the cabinet and the Cavalian. Now I say that oblique drawing, example 1. Draw the figure below in an oblique drawing using A, Cavalian drawing, B, cabinet drawing. Now, how do you produce it? Let's look at how you go about it. Here we are going to use the 90 degrees by 45. 90 degrees by 45. So that we'll be using always that as our format. 90 degrees by 45. Now, solution. Question 1, example 1. A. Cavalian oblique drawing. The first thing I always tell you that before in this pictorial drawing, before you can draw any of them, unless you draw it format, depending on the type they say that you should draw. If it was asymmetric, you draw the isometric format. If it's oblique, you draw the oblique format. Now let's first draw our formats. This is our horizontal plane, our reference line. Now this is my reference line, and I want my inclined plane should go to the right hand side. So this is my inclined plane. Now if this is my inclined plane, it means that this side will sit on the what? The horizontal section. The what I want here is my what? Vertical section. And the vertical section, I will just use my 90 degrees side of the what? The set square. Since I have a reference line here, I will prefer using this as my reference gauge to produce my 90 degrees. Now this mean that I want my receding line or the inclined plane should come to this direction. Now I want to use the 45 degrees set square. Now this is the 45 degrees set square. This angle or this angle. So I'll place it, and I have my reference line here. I'll place it exactly. Now I have gotten my 45 degrees. Now, which sub-method are you using? Cavalian. So everything will be in full side. Now, what is the length of here? This is the what? The division that divides the figure into two. This is the right hand side and this is the left hand side. Now, when you look at from the left hand side, it's from here to here. And the dimension is not here. That this line is parallel to this. Is the dimension here? No. It's parallel to this. It's parallel to this. It's parallel to this place. Meaning that from here to here, we can pick the dimension from here and bring it here. From here to here is what? 20 plus what? 30, which is what? 50. So we are going to divide it what? 20, 30. We'll measure our 20, then we'll measure our what? 30. Now I've measured my 20, 30. Now let's come to the preceding aspect. What's the total? 100. But we have it's parallel to this, parallel here, parallel here, parallel here. We can see a shortcut. Although the total is what? 100. But you can see a shortcut. Now what is the shortcut here? 20. Now when you deduct 20 from 100, you are going to get what? 80. You are going to get 20, 80. This is our 20. And this is our what? 80. Then I will draw my vertical lines with the help of the set square. Now, since here I say I can use this place as my reference, I give it exactly, sending it. Okay. If you are using a set square which doesn't have a reference gauge line, then it means that I need to guide it with the rule first to get exactly reference point by this. Then you place the set square exactly to get a perfect line. Are you seeing? It matches. Are you seeing? Matches. Because my set square has a reference, I prefer using those aspects. Then I come and do this side. Now I have this side, which is my 20. Yes, I have done it. Okay. Then I come to this section. Because the line is not up to this, I'll just use the rule to guard it from me. Then I can do the what? This side too. Okay, I've gotten my horizontal section. See, from here, I will take the measurements. Now look at here, the total length here. You can see here the height is parallel to this. Parallel. Now when you check here, it has the total height here, which is 60. And this one is more than halfway, which is 40. It means that since this line and this line are parallel, it means that the total here is what? 60. It means that we can measure our 60, then what? We join it. Then from there, we cut our 40 out of it. Now we have what? 40, 60. Now when we take 40 from 60, we are going to get what? 20. It means that I will get 40 down, 20 what? Up. I'll measure the total 60. My 40 down. Up. I'll do the same thing onto the intersection of the vertical line. My 40, then I'll join them. Then I'll go and do the same thing to the other side. Okay. Okay. My 40, 20. What I will do is that I will join the 40, 40 together. 40, 40. Then 20, 20. Okay. Then I'll do the same thing for the incline. I have one here, join them. All this works with what? Fins. You dip it, it's going to make your work not so nice. So all these things are faint works. Okay. Now I'm done with This side now is just the demarcation. Then you can see that from here to a 40, then it goes about 20. You can finish it, the block, then we start what? Cutting it. Now you can see this line is parallel to here. This line is parallel to here. Today is the line, the angle of the what? The 60 is parallel to what? This line. Then I'll place my set square exactly. Listen, place my set square exactly on the line. Then I'll come to project it till I reach that place. Okay. Listen, I've reached there. Then I'll firm my hand on the rule. Okay. What was the distance from here to here? The distance is what? 50, which is 20, 30, 20, 30. And I'll do the same thing at that point. Let me clean this one so that it will help me in doing that. Let me put the solution. Oblique. Now I'll measure my 20. Okay. 20. 30. Now this is it. Then I will know that this is where the 20 ends. Then I will join them. 20, 20. Okay. Then I have my okay. Now this is where the other section ends. And we said this is parallel to here, parallel here, 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 here. What is the distance from here to here? The distance from here to here was 20. So I'll measure 20 here, then I'll join it. Okay. Now I can dip out my figure. Let me use my H pencil and dip out my figure. The whole of here is deep. Okay. Dip this side, the whole of the base. Okay. Then I will dip this side to here. Then proceed it what? Down. Then proceed it. Then here, the vertical section drawn from here. Then I'll join it at this section. Okay, done with this side. And come to this side, the whole of here, join. You dip it. Okay. I did the whole of here. And once again, then I'll dip from here to here. Use it. Then I'll dip this section. Then dip from here to this side. Okay. Then I'll dip this side. Okay. Then close here. Then I'll dip the top side. So close it. Now there is a point here. Are you seeing this from here to here? Is parallel to this line. So I'll place my set square on this line, then project it to array to that point. Are you seeing? Okay. I will do the same thing from here to here. Place my set square here, then place the rule, then project it, get it again. Okay, have you seen? Then I'm moving it to array to this point. Okay, I'm moving. Now I've reached this point. Then the last one, this one. Since this one have meet at a common point, I will just join it to this section. In that, I'm done the work. Make sure that listen, these lines, it just help us to produce the cutting object inside, to make sure that always your lines are faint. These ones are not part of the works, but it just helps us to get the cutting object. Now I can put dimensions on my figure. Dimensions. The dimension here, I've moved it to here. Here is 20 millimeters, and here is what? 30 millimeters. So there's no need for me to go and do the same thing what here. I can choose to do it here. I can choose to do it here. Now this side, I can choose to do it here, I can choose to bring it here. I prefer, I want to do it here. This is my section. Okay, I have my ending point here. Ending point, starting point, and where the cutting, instead of to bring it here, I want the cutting side to come the same direction, so that I don't waste much time in doing those things. Now I have my what? 20 millimeters, and when you deduct 20 from 100, you are going to get what? 80 millimeters. Tell you that from here to here is 20, from here to here is what? 80. When you combine them, you are going to get what? 100. Now we come to our height. I can bring the height here, I can choose to bring it here. Now this is my height. Okay. Now the total is 60. I can see from here to here is what? 40 and 20. Now this will be 40 millimeters, 20 millimeters. When you add them, it becomes what? 60. It tells you that the 40 is from here to what? Here, and then 20 is from what? Here to here. So this is the full, that's the Cavalian what? Method. That is the Cavalian method. If it was cabinet, you see that instead of here the 20, we are going to measure 10. Then here, instead of 80, we are going to measure what? 40. But then I realize the figure will be what? Half, like in this form. Or from here, it will what? It will go away. But the other side here will be full dimensions. The height also will be what? Full. But the receding what? Line or the inclined plane, you need to divide each section into what? 2. Each section into 2. See, from here to here is 100. Meaning that 100 become what? 50. But because it is divided into some sections. See, here is from here to here is 20. So you divide into 2, which is will give you what? 10. And from here to here, which is the 80, you divide into 2, you get what? The 40. Let's look at how we are going to draw the cabinet drawing. This is how the Cavalian is being presented, of the figure shown. Now let's look at how we are going to draw the cabinets one. You follow the same format in doing, just get your 90-degree side and your what? Your 45-degree side in drawing. But in case the angle has been changed, so you say use 30, use 60, make sure that you follow the what instruction. But when the angle is not given to you, but always use what? The 45 degrees. And the other side, 90. The 45 can come here, and the 90 can come this direction. The 45 can also be here, the 90 can be here, the 45 can come here, the 90 can be here. To take note of that. Let's look at how we present it in a cabinet form. B. Cabinets oblique drawing. First thing first, what do? You draw your plane. Okay. Then you have your 90 degrees angle. I want my 90 degrees angle to come at the left hand side. 90 degrees angle. Okay, this is my 90 degree side. Okay. Here, this is my 90 degrees. The 45 go here. Someone can just use the 90 degrees here. And 45 will come what here. This is my 45 degrees set square. I have my reference line here. So I'll place it and get the angle. I'll put my 45 degrees. Please take note that the angle is very, very important by placing it. So let us know the angle that you are using. Now I've gotten my formats. Let's look at the left hand side. We said that cabinet, the inclined side or receding line, you divide it into two to take note of that. But the other rest of them, you maintain the value. Now let's look at the left hand side. That is the one that's sitting on the 90 degrees or the reference or the horizontal line. What is the dimension? You can obtain it from the other section because this line is parallel here, is parallel to this line. The combination of this and this will give you this. When combine this and this, will give you the total. When combine this and this, will give you the total of here. You can see here, they have placed the dimension here, full, which is 20, 30. It tells you that from here to here is 20, from here to here is what? 30. When you combine them, you get what? The 50. Meaning that you can automatically say that from here to here is what? 50. Because they are parallel lines to each other. So you say from here to here is what? 50. See, from here, the other side, you don't divide into two. You maintain the value. You maintain the value, full section. You maintain the value. We are going to measure our what? Our 50. And the 50, what is the division? 20, 30. Please, look at how it goes. 20, 30. It's not 30, 20. Because it's moved from this direction. When you look at where the 20 is, it's proceeding from this side. It's taken at this direction. 20, 30. And 20. And this is my what? 30. Then I'll draw a vertical lines. This is my 20 degrees. Okay. I've gotten my lines. It should be faint. All these lines supposed to be faint, tiny, not deep. Now I'll come to this side. What is the, because now this one is sitting on the incline or on the 45 degrees. Meaning that here you are not using cabinet, you are using cabinet. Since you are using cabinet, here is 100. You are going to divide the 100 into 2. And what will you get? 50. The halfway. Now we are going to measure okay. Then don't forget that from there's a section here which is being cut. Now when you look at the cutting section, this line is parallel to this line, parallel to this, parallel to here, parallel to here. You say that the cutting section here is 20. Now when you take the, now when you slash the 20 into 2, you are going to get 10. Then 10 minus the halfway of the what? The 100 become what? 50. When now you subtract 10 from the 50, you're going to get what? 40. Or you measure your 50, then you come and take your 10 out of it. See, after doing this, then you can see to it that from here we can what? Draw our vertical section of the halfway. I can use mine. Let me do this. Place it on the reference. Okay. Then come to where the halfway of it ends. Wait, because I don't have the liner, I'll place it with a rule. Yes, perfect. Get my okay. Then now I can take the heights of the figures. What is the height? The total height is 60. By Z division in them, you can see from here to is 40, from here to is 120. They have given us from here to is 40. They have given us the total. When you subtract the where they have given us from the total, you're going to get the remaining, the smaller section, which is what? 20. Now when you add this side and this side, you are going to get the what? The total. Now you're going to get 40, 20. So I'll measure my 40, 20, and that one, the height too, you don't divide into two. Only the receiving what line that you normally divide into when it comes to the cabinet. But when it comes to the one sitting on the what, the 90 degrees and the what, the height, you don't divide them. Here, I'll measure my 40 and my, since I have one here, I don't want to use the middle one. I'll go to the division of the what, the left and the what, right. So that after that, I will just join them together. My 40, my 20. Now I can join them together. Listen. Okay. Do the same thing to this side. Okay. From here to here is 60. Meaning that from here to also what? 60. I'll do the same thing. My 40, my 20, 40, 20. Then I'll join them to the same thing. Okay. Done it. Now, and you know that this line is parallel to here, parallel here, parallel here. Then I can proceed it from here and push it to here. Now I'll place my set square. Listen, place it to produce what? This side. Place it to produce this side. Have it here. Now I can produce this side. I shake, then think I need to go back. Okay, gauge it. So I have it here. Okay. Then I can bring this side here to produce this side. Put this one here to produce this side, to produce this side. Now place my set square, or I can choose to measure my 20, 30, then join them. You know how them that how you go and do it. You will still arrive at the same aspect. Okay. There's it. Push it here. Join it. Okay. Someone can also measure the 20, 30, then just join them. How you go about it still now. You arrive at the same thing. Now what will you do? We start what? Deepen our figures out. So we look at where we need to what? Work on it. Then here I'll dip it. Okay. Dip the base. Look at the way the figure is being given to you. Then you follow the pattern. Listen. Then I'll give the intersection from here this place. So that from here to here, then I can give this side. Dip this side to here. Then this side. Okay, close it. Then I can dip this side up to this side. From here to here. Then the vertical section, everything. Okay. Then here to the vertical section, whole length. Okay. Then the base, then receding halfway. Okay. Then come to the top side of the receding line. Close it. This side. Close the top side. We close this section. Then this section we close it. Now when we look at here, we have a line here and line here. In that you use our set square by drawing power lines. You place it here. Listen, guide it with a rule to produce this side. Listen. Then I'll place my set square in this direction. Then move it to arrive to this and shake. Okay. Gotten it well. Now I can join it from here to here. This is the halfway of it. This is the cabinet. You just put your dimension. Please mind you, when you are putting the dimension, you don't change because you use the halfway. You're going to use the halfway dimension. No, you put the exact measurement there so that the person will see that you really use what the cabinet. Now here, section, I can put it here. I can put it at the top. Let me put it at the top so that you know that it's not always that where you prefer to place it there. I can put my 30 here, meters, 20 meters. The height too. I can just do it the way they give it to me. Okay. Yeah. I can just do here 60, then come and do the 40 here, or I can just do all of them here, 40 to it. But let me do it the way they present it, 60 meters. Then I'll come and do the 40 as this direction. And listen, dimension depends on you. Then here become my 60. I'm telling you that from here to here is the 160. But if I don't want to put here, I can just put a dash here and make here 20, here we go at 40. Then I will not do this. It depends on you. But the person should be able to do the region. Now here, this section, I can choose to bring the in or I will do it here. Here become what? 100 millimeters. Although you divide into 2, but still you are not supposed to write the 50. You are supposed to use the what? The 100. Then I'll bring the smaller section here. I can choose to bring the smaller section here 2080, or I can choose to do it here. This is the smaller section. Always, have you seen my dimension lines are always parallel to the line? 20 meters. And this is how the cabinet drawing always look like. To take note of that. But if they have not stated in that, always present it in the cabinet drawing. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you practice more so that you become perfect in it. You can tackle the next time. We're going to look at oblique circles. Then drawings that has circles in them. To take note of that. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you visit the YouTube ING-NABILA, like it, share it, or